Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to the Wednesday live stream. And let me start from saying thank you to all my new subscribers, then thank you to all existing subscribers, because that means that you like what I'm doing. I hope that most of you or everyone tried Shikigami, so I'm waiting for your feedback. And that also means to me that what we are doing here is a good job. Yeah, it's a good work to create an IDE that we would like really to use. This is an Agentic IDE, so it combines together the agentic coding area where you can manage sessions, your agents' sessions, and the editor area where you can work on your code manually. And an important thing for today, after the live stream, I will release a next version, 0.32 of the application, and that contains another batch of changes, another batch of implementation for PHP LSP. So we will start from a prompt from a first thing for today that will be that's a feature request. So we will start from that, and then I will explain in more details what you can expect from the release that will happen today after the live stream, because it contains indexing for vendors. So now, if you are using 0.31 version of the application, then indexed are all, for the PHP support, indexed are all files that will live in your code base, not vendors. And after the release today, vendors will be included in the indexing mechanism for PHP, and that of course allows you to move not only by following definitions and definitions from your code base, but also definitions from vendors, especially useful if you have a framework that provides libraries and you would like to take a look at the implementation details of a library. Then you will be able to do it from your code base by hovering over, clicking a command key or a control key, and then you can jump into. So now it only works for your code base, but will work for vendors. But there's one more step that I will ask you to do after you update your applications, but that let's leave it for later. And let's start from the first thing that we will work on today. And as I mentioned, that is a thing that is a feature request. Let me take a look if I edit it to the list. Well, I don't see it. Okay, I don't see it. So I will explain it. If you go to the agentic coding area and you would like to start a session, is it either codex or claude, that doesn't matter. Then you can define default settings for, let me show you the default settings, okay? So this is the agent defaults, and you can set an agent and a model and effort. But there are some situations when you work on that you have already a defined workflow for different scenarios, and then you can define only one default agent. So I would like to add now, during this session, let's start working on it. We'll start from a designing phase. I would like to add another section here, which is we can call it favorite agents or predefined agents, something like that, where you will define set of configurations that contains agent, model, effort, and one more thing that is important for for that specific feature request that I received, which is additional arguments. So there will be as well a input field where you will add, if you want, of course, where you can add additional parameters specific to codex or specific to Claude. And I think I'm not gonna validate it. What you type in there, I believe if you use it, then it means that you are already an experienced user. So I don't believe there is a necessity to actually validate it. So I think we can skip it, at least in the first iteration of that feature. Maybe we will improve it in the future. So let's start the session right away, and then we can focus on details, what will be released today and what was released last time. Okay, and I believe we can, so there are two changes on the UI side. First, the new agent model that needs to contain, if you define a favorite agent or more, then somewhere here, I believe on the top, maybe below a label. You can correct me later if we should move it, but for now maybe we can place it below a label. So you type a label, then you click on a favorite agent, one of the configurations that you've prepared. You click on it, and then right away session will start. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So let me take a screenshot. Okay, and let's mark that somewhere here, and also let's point to it. Okay, so somewhere here will be the new section if there are predefined agents available. Okay, and then new section here under the application area. In the application area, one new item, menu item, predefined configurations or predefined agents, and then you choose the agent type, model, and effort, and then the input for additional arguments. And I believe that makes sense. Later, of course, we can change it, we can modify it. It's totally fine. We are freestyling here a little bit, but the thing is that I know that there is at least one user of the Shikigami application that is waiting for it. So let's add it. Let me take a screenshot as well. Okay, now it's the time to give it a prompt. I want you to add a predefined agents configurations, and that requires two changes on the UI side. The first one is the new agent form, and I marked where I would like you to add an additional component with a list of predefined configurations, and the other one is a default settings modal where we have to add a new menu item in the application area that contains predefined configurations, and once user click on that new menu item, then the right side should contain a list with custom names of defined configurations. And the new default settings area should contain a list and of course a delete button and a new configuration button. Once user click on it, another pop-up should be rendered with a form to choose agent, model, effort, and I want you to include an additional input for additional arguments, and then the content of that input will be attached to the session arguments that we already pass to agents. We should start from a brainstorming session to clarify all the requirements, and also the next step would be to have a design session where I want you to render for us, spin up a localhost server, prepare an HTML document, and show us what are the design options for these two UI changes. Okay. I think it's quite clear. So let's give it some time. Let's go through a round of questions. Then the design phase, and during the agent will prepare for us the design views. Then I will show you what was released the last time. And yes, so it is asking one more time what we want to include in the form for defining a configuration, and that's exactly what I said. So that's engine, model, so engine, it means agent, model, effort, and additional arguments. And there is a use case for it. Okay, let me confirm, and then I can explain you a bit. Okay, and what we want. So user needs to provide a name for this of the session, and if the name was provided and the user clicks on one of the predefined configurations, the app starts the session right away. So it's like basically like confirmation, yeah? So you provide a label, then you click on one of the configurations that you prepared before, and it starts. No more no additional confirmations. Yeah, because that's the idea. So you define something, so you know what it contains. You put a custom name on it, and then it just starts. Okay, additional thing, so label, predefined configurations, and it reads working directory. So if you would like to start your predefined configuration in a new worktree, then of course you have to choose it and then decide either a new worktree or one of the existing, you choose one of the from the list, and then you just click. Okay, so then What about the count? I guess we can for now just stick to number 1. Yes, let's keep it simple. So in terms of working directory, whatever you choose here, count will be always 1, and then this is ignored, and this is ignored as well. If a user chooses a predefined configuration, then we read label and we put it as a name, and then we respect as well what was selected for a working directory. So if a user selected a new worktree, then you will create a new worktree and start an agent. If already existing one, then we run an agent in that existing worktree, and if this is a root, then we just start in the project root directory. So we skip effort, we ignore effort, we ignore model, and we ignore agent type. And then the number is always 1. And in terms of the additional arguments, I believe you know what you do. So it means we take what was provided and attach it to the arguments list. If empty, we ignore. If not empty, we include it. Yeah, so basically for now, if you break something, then you have to go back to that configuration details and update the list or the input for additional arguments. I leave it to you guys. I believe you know what you are doing, and if there is an error and the agent just cannot start, then it just cannot start, and that's it. Nothing should happen, nothing harmful should happen to a workspace or the application. Hello chat. How are you today? Okay, and in the meantime as well, today is good. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Gonna be awesome, I guess. I hope so. Okay, what happens if the user clicks a predefined configuration while the label field is still empty? Well, then the label is required. Maybe in the future we can add some random name generator, or there is another idea that if you don't provide a label, then a name of a branch will be used if there is a repository initialized in a workspace. Yeah, so there are different options. I need to think about it, and of course you can let me know as well if you have ideas. What are you building? Yeah, that's exactly what we are building here. So that's IDE. That's the IDE that we are working on. This is an Agentic IDE that has two areas. The agentic coding, where you can, let me quickly demo it. So you can create agents. Yeah, sessions for codex or claude. So that's the first area. Then you can switch to the editor. Let me show you here, because PHP is now the mostly supported language, and will be even more today when I release a new version of the application. So you can switch to the editor, and this is the classic IDE where you can, of course, work with your code. Yeah, like this, calendar, and then do something. Auto-completion, this is in progress, so the full support for PHP is in progress still. But no worries, it will be... I will develop it, yeah? I will develop it. Something similar to BridgeMind, sort of. Not exactly the same, yeah, not exactly the same, and this is free application. This is a free application with a Docker integration. So if you have a web application, for example, or a Python application, whatever, and you have a Docker configuration for it, like in this case, yeah, as you see, there is a Docker compose. You can start Docker, and then let me start Docker. Yeah? So I will show you exactly. Okay, so the Docker is running, and now you can as well interact with Docker from the application. Yeah, you can preview what are containers, if they are running or not. Yeah, so that's the one integration. Then the other one is for databases, where you can define connections. For now, it's MySQL and Redis. Yeah, let me start this application to demo it for you. Yeah, so just start. So actually that one, problem with my screen? No, that's the whole application what you see here, yeah? That is whole. That's the whole app. Yeah, and by the way, you can have a split mode. So on the right side you can have an editor, and on the left side the agentic coding, yeah? Yeah, we can start even here some test session. Yeah, so then you have two agents, for example, and you can preview if they are working on the same branch. In this case, they are working on main, and this is the main branch on the right side. Then you can preview live what are they working on. Sorry, what do you mean? I can see your full screen? Okay, let me give it the prompt. Okay, so I want you to spin up a localhost server now and show us the designs. Okay, so let's wait for the design. And in the meantime, let me start as well. Can't see your full screen. There is a black line on bottom. Let me take a look. Maybe you can join our Discord server. The link is in the description. And then you can drop me a screenshot so I will better see what do you mean. Maybe there is something with OBS. I don't know. I see it correct. In the description, there should be a link to the Discord server. Or you know what? Let me paste the link right away for you, and then you can use it if you want. Okay, but let's take a look at the designs. So, okay, favorite agents configuration. So this is what we are working on now. And let me take a look. Okay, I like that one. So the card grid. So that's the new agent form, yeah? That's the new agent form. Ah, okay. So thank you for confirming that this is okay. Thank you. But of course, it doesn't mean that you cannot join the Discord server. The link is in the chat. Feel free to join. And okay, let's take a look. So that's the current state. That's the current state of the new agent form. And then here is the change that we will make. So quick start, yeah, quick start. I like it, this name. We can name it like this, and then you choose from predefined configuration, and there even is a manage button that will take you to the settings. I like it. This is okay. Okay, I like the option B. And now please show me visual changes for the default settings area. You can let me know as well. Sorry if I will pronounce it wrong. Hussein? Yeah. If you tried Shikigami, please let me know what do you think. If not, then I strongly recommend to give it a try. All you need to make it work is either having codex or claude CLI installed on your machine, because the application provides a wrapper on a session. So if you start a claude session, the application will wrap it into a custom process, because then it has to manage the suspend, stop buttons. There is a timer, you say? Okay, I will take a look at it later. Maybe this is an anti-spam thing. Let me take a look at it. I'm not sure if I can change it right away. Maybe this is something I have to do after the live stream. I'm not sure. I don't see any settings here, so maybe I will take a look at it after the live stream. Maybe there is something that there is a cooldown, maybe period. Yeah, but anyway, let's continue. Yeah, let's continue. Because we have another set of designs. So this is the settings area. So let me show you. On the top right corner there is a settings modal for the application, and there will be a new menu item, predefined configurations, below the agent defaults, and that will be a list of saved configurations. Okay, let's take a look at this. I think the first one is the best, actually, the best one. Of course you can test it. Of course you can test it. Okay, let me send you a link. Let me send you a link to the project page. Just give me a second. Yeah, so that's the homepage of the project. There you can find also some additional informations like who I am, what are features of the application, and some basic questions and answers. And let me tell you, let me confirm that, so the application is for free and will be for free in this shape. I started working on it because I wanted to move away from the IDE that I used in the past for a few years, and I was upset about the overall experience because it wasn't getting better. So then I started working on Shikigami a few months ago, and it's in a public beta since I don't know, the beginning of July. I don't remember. We can take a look at the list of streams. Yeah, so live stream number 19, and that was 25th of June. So since then the application is available. Well, let me take a look. So I started at the end of May. So the first live stream was at 23rd of May this year, of course, this year. And regarding costs of the server, so the application works on your local machine and uses your own setup of agents. So there is no cost for me, actually. The only cost that I have is a homepage and a storage to upload new versions of the application, and that's it. And it's not much, trust me. These are pennies. These are pennies. It's even less. It's even less than paying for the previous IDE that I used. So I don't process any of your inputs. Yeah, it's all on your side. If you have codex, if you have Claude running on your machine, then the application uses your own CLI. That's the idea. I don't know what you are doing with the application. I don't know how you work. There is. I also put privacy and security first. That's why I don't know how you use it, actually. Yeah, it will be great to edit. Yes, you are right. Remotion video would be better than the demo section that is there now. I know that. So maybe I will add one in the future. But one important thing, if you are new here, then you don't know that this is a side project. And I have a full-time job 5 days a week. So I mostly work on Shikigami during live streams, or if there is some time off stream from time to time. Yeah. But okay, let's move the work forward. Let's push it. I like the option A, so the table option. Yes, other agents are in my pipeline, but I was waiting for a feedback from users. So tell me, what agents do you use now? Because if there is one specific that you use heavily, then we can bring it to Shikigami. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, and hi, and thank you for joining the Discord server. Yeah, if you have questions or you run into issues with the application, then please let me know. DM me on the Discord server, because there is no telemetry built in the application, so I don't know how you use it. I don't know if there is an error, because I don't want to know. Yeah. Okay, let me take a note, and I will explore this. So open code and GLM. Okay, and let me give a prompt to the agent. So yes, I want you to mirror the new agent dialog. If it is possible, we can reuse the same component or parts of this component in the new/edit configuration model. Okay, and no, unfortunately not. No. For now, only Linux and Mac OS, and the Mac OS, because I use Mac as well, then the Mac OS is the most tested. I also have a friend that uses Shikigami, and he has a Linux OS, and if there is an issue, he let me know. But for now, no issues on Linux. There is one thing we have to improve, which is a missing icon on Linux, unfortunately. But the rest works as the same way as on Mac. Okay, and let me start an agent. I have to fix one thing. That is a welcome screen, recent workspaces. If it runs locally, then does it make load on the machine or how? You mean load on CPU and memory usage? It's low. It's low if you compare it to. So okay, agents, they uses the default CPU usage and default memory usage that Claude uses or codex uses. Yeah? It's nothing more. The application adds additional memory on top of it for rendering the UI, because this is an Electron application, and for different integrations. So if you use databases and then you load a bigger table into memory, then of course it will consume memory. If you open many workspaces and then, for example, each of them has PHP enabled, PHP LSP enabled, then this of course will put a load. So my recommendation is to work on 2 to 3 workspaces if you have a fast machine. If your machine is a bit slower, then 1 or 2 at the same time. Yeah, I have 3 because my Mac is quite fast, so it's not a harm for it. But if you have a slower machine, then be careful. But it shouldn't consume more than other popular IDEs on the market. I keep an eye on it because I don't want it to be slow or high memory consumer as well. But if you see something, if you experience issues, you can of course let me know. Yeah, you can let me know on the Discord server. You can send me screenshots and some details if you see issues. By the way, if there is an issue in the application, you will see a toast somewhere at the bottom right corner. And the toast says that there is an error and there are details. So if you click on the details, there will be a modal with additional information and a copy error button. So you can use it and then send to me details that are available. But you will see it. You will see it. No worries. If you experience an error, you will see a toast and then an error modal. And as I said, I don't track usage and I don't spy on users of the application. So if there is an error, you have to let me know if you want me to fix it. There is no other way, because I respect privacy and I don't run telemetry within the application. You manage context window as you usually manage it. The application doesn't interact with the context window, doesn't add anything to it. It's just a regular Claude session or a regular Claude codex session, sorry. Yeah, so like this, for example, we have a running session and then you have the full access to all skills that you use, to all built-in functions. so you can preview context like you would usually do it, yeah? Nothing really, no difference, yeah? And then you can suspend, you can remove, and then you can start another one. But okay, let me start an agent for the recent workspaces issue. I want you to verify how the recent workspaces list works, because I have a feeling that we don't show really recently used, but we show just a list of n workspaces that were ever used in the application. And expected behavior is to show on the top the recent workspace that was opened, and then limit that list to 5 or 6. I don't remember how many we have now, what is the limit now, but please keep limit the same, but make sure that we refresh the list by adding on top a recent workspace. And then newly opened workspace that wasn't in the list should be put on the top, and then move everything down. Yeah, so that's the expectation from the recent list, but it doesn't work like that. I want to fix this. Wait, do you mean, so the application doesn't provide models and agents for free. It provides a management system for agents. So it means that you don't have to use terminal to run multiple sessions. You can use the application in a workspace. For example, this is a web application that you are working on. Like in this case, this is a web application. And then I can run within the workspace of that project Claude or codex, but it uses my own Claude and codex that I have locally in my OS. So I don't provide you agents, you have to have an agent on your machine. If something is not clear, then please ask, I will explain it. What do you mean? Year? No, I started in May. Live streams in May 2026. 2 months ago. Ah, you mean GitHub? Yeah. I have more than 10 years of experience. Yes, this is true. I thought you were talking about the live streams and Shikigami application. Yeah. And I worked in different companies, in different industries, so games and e-commerce, fintech, now hosting platforms. If you are looking for a reliable PHP hosting, then you can check out FortRabbit. And if you liked it, if you like the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you subscribe already, then thank you for being a subscriber. Ah, yeah, this is correct. We have to preserved arguments. Okay, but as I understand, we can store additional arguments and then use them to restore a session. Is that correct? I'm from Poland. Do you know Poland? Yeah, let me send you. Yes, we do have pierogi. Yeah, dumplings. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. And where are you from? Sorry, I forgot to ask because I'm focusing on the development. You are from Pakistan. Ah, I know it. What is the weather in Pakistan? Because here it was 2 weeks ago, there was a heat wave. How is it on your end? Okay, let me give a prompt to the predefined agents configuration implementer. Okay, the specification is good. Now I want you to move to the implementation plan phase. Please prepare one and run code review and architecture review that will be run by a Shikigami architecture. On the plan, of course. Okay, you know what? Let me Google it now, cause I don't know how to change it. Maybe it was enabled by default. Let me check that. Yeah, let me check that. Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, then this is annoying. Okay, yeah, I'm looking into it. Okay, what you see now, by the way, these are end-to-end tests. If you are wondering what were those blinks. Ah, okay, I see it. Okay. Now it should be disabled. Yeah, slow mode is off. So now you can chat as much as you want. And thank you for letting me know. Now it's off, yes. And by the way, you said that you use open code and GLM. How are these agents? And GLM is from Z. How do you use it? I am asking because I never tried it. Okay, then I will add a... Okay, if you recommend them, I will add... Good at front end. Ah, that's nice. And then, yeah, I will add a... I will add a task to verify if we can add it to Shikigami, GLM and open code, right? New agents. Okay, I've created a task for it. Let me bring it up. Okay, so you may not know, yeah, but there is a board. It's not public. It's for me mostly to verify what are we working on, yeah, what we finished, and to not be to manage better what is happening with the application. So that's how it looks. By the way, the last time we worked on a revert option from the editor. Yeah. So if you in the editor area you work on a code and you want to revert the change that you've made, you can click on the green line and then you can revert right away from the editor. And that means if you use Git, then you know what it means, right? That it means that these lines are new, so you can revert them from the editor. That is something that we've added last time, and also a fix for the refresh state for a branch selector component. Yeah, so these things are done. Let me move them. And yeah, the LSP for PHP, this is in progress. Today I will release... Oh, thank you. Today after the live stream I will release a new version of the application that contains another batch of changes for the PHP LSP. And then the bug on the welcome screen. Let's take a look. Maybe this will be included as well. Okay, so the agent on the left, it is working on the implementation plan for the predefined configuration, and then the one on the right is working on the fix with the recent workspaces list. Because if you click on the plus button, then this is a form, a modal where you can choose if you want to open a new workspace and where you want to open it. Sorry, let me take a look at the chat. New lines, we use some different colors. What do you mean? Could you explain? Could you explain a bit? Ah, you mean in the editor, right? Okay, let me show you. So, yeah, this is a random class, and then you do something here, yeah? You do something here. This is mostly for a manual coding, that feature. And then, for example, country code, yeah, I want to do something with it. I will assign maybe a new value, yeah, ABC. And then you decide that you don't want to have it. You don't want to get... Yeah, it's in the editor. And then you decide that you don't want to include it in your changes set. Yeah, because if I save it, then it will appear in the Git area, in the diff list. And there are two ways you can revert. You can revert from that list by clicking on the arrow. Or you can click here on that line and then revert this change, and it will be reverted to the previous state. But this is mostly for manual coding. Agents don't use that. So it's for human. Okay, let's get back here and let me take a look. Yeah, and that's what I thought. So reopening a project never moved a list, never updated items. Yeah, and the sixth one never appeared at all, and that is the bug. What do you mean? Did you already fix that, or is it something else? Yes, so if an agent modifies a file and didn't commit it, yeah, because these are uncommitted changes, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are changes that you didn't commit yet, so they are still waiting to be staged, and then you put the name and then you commit. So if an agent works on something and didn't commit, then you will see it as well, like this. But most of agents, I don't know how it is with OpenCode and GLM, but Claude almost always commit changes right away. Yeah, so this is mostly for humans. Okay, so if you've done that, then I want you to run code review and architecture review on these changes, and then I want you to make sure that all changes are covered with tests. Okay, but that means that if it's already implemented, then let's wait for reviews and we can merge it into the main branch and then release it as well today. Yeah, today it's more calm session, I would say. But at least I have a company, a good one. Thank you for being active in the chat. And let me know what you built. Yeah? What are you working on? I'm curious. You mean, wait, let me take a look. Where is this file? Yeah, I would like to remove this, actually. Yeah, I have to update the files tree. So instead of showing M, I would like to just highlight modified files in the files tree. Yeah, I will write it down. I would like to remove those M and U characters. Color. So the color should say. Should say. So if this is a modified file, it's gonna be blue. If this is a new file, it should be first red, and then you stage it, and it will become green in the change set. And then as well in the history, because there is a Git history button for the current branch that you are on. And if you click on details, then you will see a list. Oh, really? Okay, let me take a look. Oh, Vercel. Okay, I know Vercel. Wow. You made me hungry. Nice. Okay. Yeah, guys, this is the page. This is the page, right? Oh, and there is even a preview. Nice. Oh, I like that. That's a nice idea. Yeah, and the details, yeah, you move the arrow. And you did that with GLM? Or that was OpenCode or GLM? Nice. Yeah, I like these transitions and no, these aren't transitions, animations. Okay, yeah, looks good. And order now? Ah, okay, and that's the... Okay, and there are deals even. Ah, nice. I like it. Yeah, congratulations. And what is built on? You use the framework or what? What do you mean that it was free? You mean the template? I see. Yeah, then it's good. Okay, so the code review just finished. The agent just finished. Okay, the code will be updated and then I will merge it into the main branch and then release it. And for the predefined configurations, this is still in progress. And for how long do you code? Because the project looks good. And if you are more into the front end, then in the future I have a plan to extend JavaScript TypeScript functionalities. I mean the auto-completion and syntax highlighting. And also I was wondering if it will be difficult to bring Vue support to the application. Do you know Vue? It's a front-end framework. Okay, I totally forgot about it. So please run scouts to verify how we should pass the additional arguments to codex and claude. What are rules here? And then according to that we have to update definitions and implementation for different providers that we have. And in the meantime, I will check it as well. And I forgot to explain why I want to have this input for additional arguments. So my friend works on a front-end project most of the time, and he would like to additionally include a directory that is outside of the directory that an agent is running, and that can be done by providing additional arguments to codex. And that's why we need this input as well, so he can start in a front-end workspace a predefined agent with a predefined configuration, and that configuration will include the additional directory that he would like to as well attach to the session, to already let an agent know that, okay, this is your scope, but there is also another directory that should be included in your scope for that session. Okay, so you are coding for 2 years. Then congratulations. Yeah, congratulations. Because the design was good, yeah, and the website looks good. And you have a client, then yeah, that means something. You're welcome, and keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. And also let me wish you more clients and more work to do in the future. So for now, let me finish the PHP support, and then the next phase will be TypeScript, JavaScript. I mean the syntax highlighting, like we have now with PHP, and then auto-completion. Then most likely Python as well, because it is popular in the AI area, and many projects uses Python. And then maybe there will be time finally for frameworks like Vue, React, or maybe different, maybe Symfony. I don't know. I cannot at this stage I cannot promise anything because it may be difficult. That is first thing, and then the second is that you may need a license provided by those companies that own legal rights to certain frameworks. I don't know how it works yet. Yeah, I need to explore it and verify it. But for now, in the nearest future, PHP, JavaScript, TypeScript, and Python. And of course, we have to take care as well, take care of the editor, the agentic coding area, not only the editor. So new agents, the tool that you mentioned, I will take a look at it. But I don't have much time. I won't promise anything. I mean, I won't promise that it will happen within a week or something, because I have to work 5 days a week, and then whenever there is some time, I focus on Shikigami. And thank you. By the way, we will finish this session. It's an hour and a half. Thank you for joining. Let me wrap it up. So, what is the state of the fix for the recent workspaces? I would like to release it. Let me read it. Could you explain MRU issue? Yeah, thank you. We will anyway end this live stream soon, so yeah, feel free to go, and thank you for joining. See you next time. Bye bye. Okay, I see the issue. Okay, so it means that we need to have two arrays. One is for project directories, and this is a different thing than the most recently used. And yes, we have to track them separately. So what is unclear here? Okay, I see. Yeah, so closing the last workspace should still keep the most recent used untouched. Unchanged. Yeah. If that is the case, then please commit everything and we are good to go. Okay guys, so one more time. Today a slow, a calm session, so one feature, one bug that was fixed and will be as well released today. I guess I will run the pipeline right after the live stream. Okay, so there is one more change that needs to be done with the recent workspaces list. So I will wait for it, a few more minutes, I guess. And then on the left, a new feature, a favorite agents configuration with an additional input for arguments. And this is for experienced user if they know what they are doing and they want to attach additional custom arguments to agents. But that requires more careful implementation because there might be different ways how arguments should be attached. It may be different for codex, different for claude, and maybe for other agents in the future. So I will take a look at it later. And for now, let me finish this live stream. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Chat was very active today. Thank you for that. Let me say it again. Thank you, because every interaction helps to get more audience, and that's what we want. We want to make Shikigami more popular and get more users. And let me remind you that the application is free, and it is free to use and will be free to use, at least in this shape. I don't want to charge you, and I don't as well provide any additional functionalities than mainly these two, which is the agentic coding area where you can manage multiple agents sessions, and then the editor area. Let me show you here. Okay, here is the example of a PHP Symfony project, and then you can manually apply changes if you want. As you can see, there is auto-completion. Part of it is already available, and the next part I will release after the live stream. That includes indexing for your vendors. But to make it work, let me show you. To make it work after the release, please go to the settings modal, then go to the PHP, and there you should see two new elements. One of them will be clear cache. So I recommend you to clear cache, disable PHP, clear cache, then enable PHP again, because then the indexing will happen. In the background, you should see a progress of it somewhere down below next to the PHP label. It can take a minute or two, maybe. It depends how fast is your machine. If you have a super fast machine, that it will take a few seconds. If you have a bit slower computer, then it may take a minute or two. So please do so whenever you update the application. It should happen within an hour, I guess. The pipeline will be, I will run the pipeline right away. Okay, but I have to wait for this agent and test it. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you for joining. Thank you for likes, subscriptions. Let me say it again. Thank you to all new subscribers, and thank you to existing subscribers. Thank you for joining. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening.